Hello and good afternoon and welcome back to another video. So today we'll be heading to an ancient rainforest as soon as the rain out there has eased up a little bit. Now the forecast is for heavy fog for about 3 hours, which is why I'm visiting this area. It's an area I've visited a lot and never had the right conditions. So I've got almost 6 or 7 really nice images I want to take in foggy conditions. So fingers crossed that's going to happen today. I've also got something really exciting to share with you guys that I've been working on for over a year, but we'll talk about that in just a bit. Anyway, let's get on down the trail and keep our fingers crossed for some heavy fog. I guess this is why they call it a rainforest. What a place. No fog though. No fog at all. Stunning though. So I have found a composition at last. Now it's been probably 2 hours since we left the car there. I've been looking around trying to find something through torrential rain, not a single piece of mist in this valley at all, which is a bit of a shame, but I found this nice composition here that I think I can work with without any atmospheric conditions. Now everything is very, very wet. Unfortunately now the rain has subsided for a second or two at least, and I'm going to see if I can capture this image here. It's quite nice. We've got this old gnarly oak tree which bends over to the right with these mossy boulders in the foreground. I'm going to be working with that and seeing if I can piece together something, which I think I'll be able to. It looks quite a nice scene, this actually. Right, let's get set up. Right, on to this exciting announcement. So about a year ago I started writing my first ebook, and I'm super proud to announce that it is now ready to purchase on my website at last. And this book is all about how I compose my landscape photos, with over 120 pages of tips and techniques and 200 carefully curated photos. This book takes you on a journey of exploration into the artistic world of landscape photography composition. In creating this ebook, my aim was twofold: to offer both education and inspiration, making it versatile for leisurely bedtime reading and practical in the field use. Within its pages, I unravel my creative process from the initial discovery of a composition to considerations for the elements crucial to create a thought-provoking image. Every page is infused with my passion, and my sincere hope is that this ebook serves not only as an engaging read, but also as a visual inspiration. Delivered in PDF format, this ebook becomes a portable companion on either your phone, tablet or computer, serving as a valuable guide wherever your photography takes you. Now, by investing in this ebook, you're not only acquiring a great product, but you'll also be contributing to sustaining my ongoing journey as a landscape photographer, and your support will enable me to continue to produce YouTube content for years to come. So it would be absolutely amazing if you would check it out. There's a link down there in the description. Right, let's go and see if we can take this shot. So something that often happens when you approach a scene, you see something, catches your eye, it's got nice light on it. By the time you've got your equipment out of your bag and set up, that light has gone, and the image looks a lot flatter, and that's exactly what has happened here. When I first came, there's some lovely side light hitting this, and all of these mossy branches here look absolutely beautiful, and I think it added separation. It made it stand out from the background. Now that light is very, very flat, and it's not looking quite the same as when I first approached the scene. However, I am going to take the photograph so I can review it when I get back home, show you guys as well the composition, and maybe it's something I'll be able to return to if the composition itself is successful. So yeah, in terms of my settings, I've had to boost my ISO to 400 to allow me to get 1/25 of a second at f8. And the reason for that is, you might be able to see the branches moving behind me. There's quite a bit of breeze coming through here now. There's a lot of ferns and old leaves hanging onto this old oak tree, which I want to freeze. I don't want them, waving around for this particular shot. mainly because I think it might look a little bit too messy. So yeah, I'm going to freeze that motion. And 1/25 of a second seems to do that when the wind calms down just a little bit. So I've got the 2-second timer on. I've focused on this nearest branch here, the one that's stripped of moss. And we'll take this image. Yeah, see what it's like. So we've moved locations now because that last location, although it's absolutely beautiful, the fog struggles to get into that valley. It struggles to penetrate the woodland there. And I was looking up into the hills and I could see it gathering, but yeah, it just wasn't penetrating there. So I decided to pack up the gear, get in the car and drive for about a mile or so. We're further elevated now, a lot higher. And as you can see, it's very, very thick up here. It's almost too much fog. I'm kind of never happy, am I, in terms of fog. But anyway, I think I found a subject here which is very interesting and actually suits the conditions. But it's got a lot of lichens, mosses, and these ferns clinging to it. So yeah, it's a very interesting specimen. It's obviously dying in amongst this plantation here, which is often the case, isn't it, with older trees that get swamped and they can't get the light they need to survive. So yeah, it's an interesting composition, this one. I've got a bit of an issue on the left hand side. We've got a bit of deadfall here, which makes the left hand corner look a little bit untidy, which I wasn't too happy about, but you know, you've got to make compromises. So I've decided to put the tree right bang in the middle of the frame, and beyond that the plantation is yeah, very vertical, very diffuse, a few gaps of light here and there. I'm unsure what crop I'm going to go for. Quite often I've got it in my mind straight away that I want to go for a 4x5 or a square crop. For this particular one, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking probably a square because that might eliminate some of the distraction either side and just keep the tree central. But yeah, I'm going to experiment a little bit and play around. In terms of my settings, it's well, you can see how much fog we've got. We're at 2 seconds right now. There's not a lot of light at all in here. Right, let's take this shot now. So I framed another shot up here in this very eerie, dark, foggy woodland. Yeah, quite an interesting place. I'm not sure I want to spend too much time in here. It's kind of giving me the EBGBs a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I've never seen a woodland so dark. But if this is a really simple framing, kind of telling the story about this plantation and how the, you know, original trees that were here before have struggled to survive once all of these conifers have been planted. So yeah, I think it makes an interesting shot. And settings wise, I'm at 3 seconds now, f8, ISO 125. There's no wind now, actually, it's completely still, so it's absolutely fine. So let's put the 2 second timer on, grab this shot. So it's been an interesting day down there in that lowland woodland, the rainforest. We didn't quite get the conditions I was hoping for. And then we've come up here to a higher elevation and there's been too much fog really and not enough light. So it's been a bit of a battle, but I've thoroughly enjoyed myself and I always enjoy being out with the camera no matter what and just giving it a go. You know, that is all you can do, isn't it? And just enjoying the process, whether you're getting images or not. So I urge you guys to go out, whatever the weather, and just see what you can come back with. I really do think it's such a rewarding process just being out in the environment anyway. So if you enjoy this video, please be sure to check out this one. I'm sure you'll enjoy that too. And please be sure to check out my landscape photography ebook all about composition. I would absolutely love it if you check that out and it would help to support the channel and keep things going. So yeah, really would appreciate that. Anyway guys, take care and hope to see you all again next week.